Good morning, my dear children. Today we are going to study reproduction in organisms. That is the first chapter in biozoology. Chapter outline 1. Modes of reproduction. 2. Asexual reproduction. 3. Sexual reproductions. What are the learning objectives of this lesson? Students, you will learn the following concepts in chapter 1. The modes of asexual reproduction, significance of asexual reproduction, the different modes of sexual reproduction, and fourth one, the significance and advantage of sexual reproduction and its role in evolution. Reproduction. Here we have sub-concepts. The following are the sub-concepts: asexual reproduction, sexual reproduction, fission, sporulation, budding, gemule formation, fragmentation, and regeneration. Synchrony, conjugation, parthenogenesis. Here, the first one, fission, sporulation. These are all we study under asexual reproduction. Synchrony, conjugation, and parthenogenesis we study under sexual reproduction. Now we study the first one, the meaning for reproduction. So what is the meaning for reproduction? It is the ability of living organisms. You know very well, all living organisms, they give birth, grow, multiply, mature, and dies. So it is a fundamental feature of all living organisms. It is a biological process by which organisms produce their young ones. Students, now we are going to see about the basic features of reproduction. There are three basic features. These are taking place during reproduction. One is synthesis of RNA and proteins, replication of DNA, cell division and growth, formation of reproductive units, and their fertilization to form new individuals. Modes of reproduction. Now here we have two different modes. One is asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction, already we told the organisms, only one organisms will involve, and the offspring produced by asexual reproductions are genetically identical. So that we call this type of asexual reproduction as uniparental inheritance. And the offspring produced are looking similar, so that we can call this one as clone. In the case of sexual reproduction, two organisms are involving. The offspring produced by sexual reproductions show genetical variation. You can't find two individuals similar in the case of sexual reproduction. Now, asexual reproduction we study in details. So first one, what is the meaning of asexual reproduction? It is the production of offspring by a single parent without the formation and fission of gametes. So here there is no formation of gametes as well as there is no fission of gamete. Here the young ones receive all its genes from only one parent. What are the other names for asexual reproduction? Agamogenesis, agamogeny, somatogenic or plastogenic reproduction. Characteristics of asexual reproduction. First one, uniparental inheritance. Students, you know very well, uniparental inheritance means only single parent involves. Second one, genetically identical. The offspring produced by asexual reproduction shows similarity. So that we call this one as genetically identical. There is no genetic variation among the offspring. And third point is there is no formation of gametes. Gametes are not formed in asexual reproduction, and asexual reproduction takes place either by amitotic or mitotic division. The following organisms, they follow asexual reproductions. They are Protista, bacteria, archaea, and in some multicellular organisms, they have relatively simple organization. What are the types of asexual reproduction? That already we studied: fission, sporulation, budding, gemule formation, and fragmentation and regeneration. Now, significance of asexual reproduction. What are the significances? One is here, asexual reproduction brings multiplication of species only. What is the meaning? Here it increases the number of individuals. It does not play any role in evolution. You know very well, there is no variation in the offspring produced by asexual reproduction, so that you can't find any variation. Variation is the tool for evolution. And second point is, asexual reproduction is theoretically most advantageous. Why? Because when there is a environmentally stable, or when there is favorable environment, the asexual reproduction is most advantageous one.